Hello, everyone. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby with Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focus Ministry. It is Inspirational Sunday, and I'm just going to say coronavirus has caught up with us in a wonderful way. What it has done is it's creating a viral moment in so many ways. And one of the viral moments is we have Inspirational Sunday, and so many things are happening, and we all get to stay home and enjoy it. But the most important part about this whole process is we have always said we wanted to create a space where we all get to come together. The Purple Heart Consciousness holders, our Seed FM ambassadors, the emissaries of light, and the entire world get to come together for Inspirational Sunday. And we're continuing to do our part in supporting that. Today and this Sunday and every day is very important for many of us right now because we are in a space where we've been asked to stay at home, and we've been asked to do our part. So part of that is staying at home. The other part of the process is really engaging in spiritual practice. And that as we engage in spiritual practice, we honor the spirit of humanity. When we honor the spirit of humanity, we open the way for more and more good to unfold. And I'm saying that the world is in need of us today. So thank you for being with us. I'm going to invite our leadership to share a few things, and the first person will be Catherine Redmond. So just a moment, let me unmute her. You know, we always come together on Sundays in this particular way. Catherine, what is it that you want to share today?
Well, I want to share about omnipresence today because it is an omnipresent world. And just because we feel physically separated by this thing that is going around,
The
doesn't mean that we are one,
Mm-hmm.
the coronavirus. It doesn't mean that we are separated. And that's why I want to talk about the omnipresence. And this is from Ernest Holmes. The universe is a spiritual system of complete consciousness, entire wholeness, the sum total of which is present everywhere. We are both scientifically and inspirationally, spiritually and philosophically in accord with the great institutions, the spiritual revelations of all the ages that have always announced that God is all over, in all, through all, and is all. There is not God and something else. There is only God, and God is in everything, constituting the only real reality to anything that is, proclaiming itself as all things. Therefore, God knows things only as itself. There is an intelligence in everything, from the smallest atom to whatever we think of as big. And that intelligence must, of necessity, respond to us intelligently. Then automatically we will have to assume that it can only respond to us at a level of our belief in it. Knowledge of it, feeling about it, acceptance and embodiment of, and the identification with it. In other words, God is all there is, but to each of us individually, the God that is all there is must be the God believed in. Since there is but one life present everywhere, I must be in that life and of it, and it must flow through me. It must be what I am. Therefore, I accept this omnipresence as something real, definite, and immediate. At the very center of my own being, I realize the divine presence. At the center of my own consciousness, I recognize and transcend principle forever, animating, sustaining, vitalizing, recreating, guiding, directing, and inspiring. There is within me that which knows what to do and impels me to act in accord with its perfect law and order and its complete peace. This I accept, and even as I affirm that I know that this omnipresence is alive and awake and aware within me. And then the quote for the day is, and behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whereas thou goest. That's from Genesis 28:15.
Thank you, Kathy. You know, as I was sitting and listening to this, and you know, we started off acknowledging the coronavirus. Part of this is we're in a space right now. What we are doing is demystifying this situation. What we're doing is we're doing our part in um, breaking it down and moving into a different thing. We're releasing that old stuff that no longer serves us. Now, that does not mean that we get to go out and play on the beaches and not follow the advice that we've been given, because we're here in this human experience. And the thing that we're breaking down is any sense of separation, any sense of lack, um, and embracing the idea of wholeness and perfect health. Part of that is learning how to honor all aspects of the spirit. That's what I'm going to call it, of spirit, because we have been composed energetically as a spiritual being. Ernest Holmes says, there is a presence and a power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in all ways. He says, in ways I could not even imagine. I know that this presence is all knowing and all power and is always right where I am. That's basically what Kathy has shared with us. But Kathy, I submit this idea that maybe perhaps the essence and our understanding of omnipresence has been up-leveled. What do you think about that, Kathy?
I completely agree, Reverend Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
because we're in a space and a time where, yes, it seems like we're more in solitude and away from people, but really what we are is we're just learning to communicate in a bigger and better way.
That's the human
And
side of it.
we're
Yes.
reaching out. That's the human side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in reaching out and making a phone call, checking in with somebody, or any of those kinds of things that we do that are a little extra, are teaching us to communicate one-on-one again,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to just with our devices and at work.
There you go. The thing that I love about this whole process, if there's anything to love, is we're slowing ourselves down and we're having these wonderful moments, these aha moments, these teachable moments. And it's all in the matter of how we handle things. I love Viktor Frankl when he says it really doesn't matter what happens to us in life. The question is, how do we respond? And so we get an opportunity to respond in a healthy way. Thank you so much. We are, in essence, and this is what Ernest Holmes says, by expanding our understanding of the nature of God, we can see those aspects in our lives and others until we are fully immersed in the oneness that we are. And so we are focusing on that. He also reminds us that we should never limit our view of life by any past experience. So I am going to introduce you to the elder of our group, our leadership group, and that is our wonderful Patty Walton. She has a birthday coming up on the 28th, and we're all excited about it. She's going to be 28 years old. Oh, no, she's not. Her birthday is on the 20th. How old are you going to be, Patty?
81.
81 years old.
Years young, as they say.
Young. I love it. 81 young. But the most important part, and you know what, I'm going to say this. Millennials love hanging out with Patty. She's funny and she's really a cool person to be with. So we're going to tap into her wisdom. What wisdom do you have to share with us today, Patty?
Okay, this is from Acts of Faith. And it says, God makes 3 requests of his children. Do the best you can where you are with what you have now. And that's an African American folklore. And it goes on to say there's no guarantees in life, but it's a sure thing that you will get back what you give. If you give 100% of your attention and energy and time to a thing, you will get exactly that back. Spending your time and attention focused on what you cannot do and do not have assures that more of the same will come. When you concentrate on lack, weakness, fault, and blame, it is sure to become a reality. Nobody has everything, but everybody has something. Use what you have right now, exclamation mark. Use it wisely, freely, with love. Wherever you are, use your time, energy, and talents to do the best you can do right now. Give no thought to what is missing. Spending no time wishing it were better. Make sure you give all that you have to make sure you will get all that you need. And the affirmation is, I am giving all. I am giving my all right now.
I love it. I love
And
it.
so it perfectly is.
Absolutely. Giving my all right now. So that's what I've decided to name this particular, our theme today, giving our all right now. And the more that we nurture that, the more that we expand that, we get an opportunity to grow it. Our theme for the month is honoring the divine feminine. And this is a perfect example. Because what it does is it takes everything into consideration. And with that, everything, we get to grow and harvest something great and wonderful. So with that in mind right now, I'm going to invite you to join me in doing what we truly love to do, is engage in spiritual practice. And what I'd like to do is offer this prayer today. And so I'm inviting you to just simply breathe with me. I'm going to invite you to just sit with me for a moment. Just allowing all that we've heard right now to assimilate itself, to integrate itself, to refine itself, to simply embody its awareness. And I'm hearing all of these words, and the words that show up to me is there's only one of us. So just breathe that into your heart. Exhale, just releasing, letting go of everything that no longer serves. And I'm going to invite you to amplify that feeling right now, that feeling tone, right where you are. And as we amplify that feeling tone, I just invite you to allow the energy and the vibration of kindness, of compassion, of understanding and gratitude to anchor itself in your heart space. And in this very moment, I'm inviting you to amplify that wonderful presence within your body temple. Allow it to touch every cell, awaken itself, strengthening the heart, strengthening every single cell, strengthening the mind, and allowing the heart to go before and prepare the way. Allowing it to be the mental and emotional stimulus, bringing balance and bringing harmony. And so I enter into that chamber of prayer this morning, just acknowledging the one and only power that is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. It is that divine element that expands and enriches itself in all ways through all things. It is the current of life. And it is this divine current that I know that fulfills itself, it enriches itself, and it is that balance. It is the strength and it is the power. It is that one and only source. And so acknowledging that wonderful presence right now, I just acknowledge its inclusive nature, knowing that that wonderful presence is pandemic. In other words, it is that divine presence that is alive and thriving right now, right where I am, and touching all of humanity. Every single being is endowed in this consciousness of the one. And so in this very moment, right here and right now, I simply know this truth and behold the truth that this power and this presence has already gone before and it is preparing the way, and that the richness of spirit is alive right now, and that every single person that is witnessing, feeling, sensing, touching, that is a part of this prayer, that its inclusive nature fulfills itself and enriches itself in a sacred and a most profound way, that our bodies are strengthened and nurtured, that it is fortified, and that the healing presence reveals itself and expresses itself within us, through us, and as us. And what I know is that this wonderful essence fulfills itself, it is resilient, and that it fulfills itself in all of humanity. I'm acknowledging this wonderful presence, knowing that it is alive and thriving right where all of our first responders are, that the universe fulfills itself, that there is a shift in consciousness, and each and every responder is lifted up to the place of the Most High, that they are safe, they are protected, they are guided, and they are guarded, and they are directed. I'm acknowledging this wonderful presence as the divine stimulus expanding itself right now emotionally for every single person, that they are anchored in the spirit and the energetics of the divine, that they are lifted up, that the universe nurtures, fortifies itself, and reveals itself within each and every individual. I'm knowing that everyone beholds the truth of their being. They behold the truth of all of humanity, and this wonderful blessing expands itself right now. And so what I know is that which is each and every person's to do is revealed from the stillness of their heart as the truth of their being, and that this consciousness continues to grow and move in a viral point of view, perspective for all of humanity. There is the shift shaping of good in the world and expressing within everyone in practical ways. I'm acknowledging and knowing that there is the unification of the one. And that unification of the one shows up within our leadership. And I know that as that leadership moves into that place of the one, there is more coherence, there is more wisdom, there is more light, and there is more understanding. I know that the same presence that I know right now to be true is the same presence moving through our doctors all over the world. It is moving and expanding itself right here and right now. It is that divine expression of love in action, love in partnership with science, with our researchers. And as we move forward right here and right now, I know that that divine consciousness is all powerful. That divine consciousness is spirit in action. And I know that this spiritual presence that is alive and thriving right here, right now, supports the revelation of truth, the revelation and the healing presence. And so what I know is the perfect vaccine, the perfect inoculation of spirit in action fulfills itself right now in this corona thing we're talking about. But what I know is centered and poised is the spirit of truth, the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of wholeness. And this wholeness expands and enlarges itself within humanity in a practical way. I'm giving thanks for that wisdom imparted and overflowing in an exponential way throughout all of our research community. The blessing of spirit yielding itself in ways we know not of, but it is far greater than we can even expect or even imagine. I'm so grateful this morning for the wisdom of spirit expanding itself and revealing itself. I'm grateful for this divine essence of good, this mindful moment of love in action. And so it is in this space right now that I simply release these words right now into the action of universal law that always says and responds with yes, yes, yes. And I invite you to all join me by saying, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is.
It
Amen.
is.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Namaste. We're just acknowledging the Christ, that presence within all things and all beings. Oh my God, it feels really good to pray. Thank you so much. And the other part that I want to say is I want to invite you, stay in tune with what's going on in the world. Normally, what we might ask you to do is check out from the media, but you can't do that now. We need to be in touch with what's going on. But the other part of it is that formula that we get to follow is take moments, and we're calling them mindful minutes, moment breaks. And there are so many ways that you can practice mindful moment breaks. I just want to share with you tomorrow. Our wonderful Reverend Dr. Victoria is going to do a Power 8 group. And you can, through our MailChimp newsletter, access that information through Zoom. I will be doing a Power 8 group on Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock. And in between, we have a whole bunch of different things. I want to let you know that we are going to, I'm going to invite you to join our Heart First. Go to Facebook and join the Heart First Coherence meditation group. The reason I'm inviting you is because this coming Wednesday, I am going to be facilitating a special meditation. I'd love for it to go all throughout Facebook and to touch all countries. And the reason I'm inviting you to do that is we get to be a tipping point. And also, I am inviting you also to join us in other ways. And those other ways are so rich and very, very powerful, where we get to be a place and a space for good to unfold. Larry's going to be back with you in a couple of weeks. This is going to be the book, and I want to, it's a wonderful book. I met the author when I was at convention in Denver with CSL. I am God in disguise, and so are you. I met him, and he gave Larry a complimentary book and autographed it. So we're excited about that. And there is more information coming where you can get your own free copy of this book. So make sure you share everything I'm sharing with you with everyone. And we have some that are going to be available. So you want to pay attention to that. There is so much going on. And I think Catherine has something that she wants to share with you about what's happening this evening. What's going on this evening?
Well, this evening, Centers for Spiritual Living is having their Cozy Couch concert series, which they're doing every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. And tonight is it's the 22nd, and it is Michael Kerr.
Wow.
And he will be on at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Mm-hmm. And you can go to our Facebook page and look for the announcement, and it will give you the Facebook page direct link to his concert.
Okay, 7 o'clock, Mountain Time. Okay.
Mountain
so that
time.
means for those people like me who are on the Pacific Coast time, that's going to happen earlier in the day. Is that right?
Yeah, that'll be at 6. That'll be at 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock?
On the West Coast.
Because you're in Mountain Time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
See, we're all over. We're not just in California. We're all over. So she's in Roswell, New Mexico. So you will need to be on the call if you're on the Pacific Coast at 6 o'clock. Okay. And what else?
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to let you know that next weekend, they've already scheduled for Friday and Saturday. And Denise, our lovely Denise Rozier.
Oh, I'm all excited.
Is on Friday night. Mm-hmm. And Gary Lynn Floyd, who is just
I'm all excited.
Is on Saturday night. And then they'll announce Sunday nights later on.
Okay.
So mark these times off in your book and join in. It's only 40 minutes long, but you get to be one-on-one, just like you're sitting there in the living room with that artist. And that's a wonderful
And I did
experience.
Get to catch Amy Bishop. And the exciting part is she allows you to send her notes, and you can make special requests also. So enjoy yourself. This will be one of my favorite mindful moments that I'll be doing, and I hope you guys join us with that. I want you guys all to know I love you all. I want you to have a blessed day and be a safe place. We get to all be that safe place in the world right now. I love you all. Namaste. One more thing. just wanted to let you know too that if you're liking what we're doing here with this ministry, please visit us at seedfm.org to find out about all the different programs that are available to you. And in addition to that, if you really like what we're doing, we're inviting you to go to our Joyful Giving page and make a donation. Your donation will support us in continuing to develop programs and bring them forward and be this healing presence in the world. Matter of fact, if you are interested, if you make a donation of $10 or more each month, we will also make sure you get a free copy of the Science of Mind magazine. Thank you all. We appreciate you. Namaste. That's my final one.